First shakedown trip for the Hilux. I am pretty excited for this. It's set up enough that I can bring it out and do some camping. This is going to be a pretty chill trip. I want to test how things work. Got a couple of days up my sleeve, stunning weather. It's pretty hard to beat, right?
For a bit of context, I'm kicking this trip off on the base of Ruatiti, just out of Ohakune. This episode is brought to you by Overland Navigator. Hundreds and hundreds of routes and campsites all over the country. The latest from people out exploring the trips. Collect points on the leaderboard and plan your next trip off-road. Grab it from the app or Play Store today.
Currently on Ruatiti Road. There's two roads in this forest here, and I was going to have the other one, but it's currently shut for logging, which is a pain. So the goal now is to head out to camp and set up for the night. Got me some steak and some firewood, so it should be a good one, if not a bit cold. Let's hit the road and go. So if you're in the area, behind me there is the road that runs way up into the forest. It's well worth the trip through the hills. It takes you up an old railway line that used to run, as far as I can tell, up there and around the back compared to where it does now, which is just behind me there. But yeah, unfortunately it's shut. It opens up at 4 p.m. and I'm not going to wait that long. We've got about an hour to go to camp, so yeah. So we're just up there. That way's the cool drive, and runs for miles up through the forest. It's pretty sweet. The goal for tonight is to head into Ruatiti Domain. You have campfires there, which is pretty cool, and it's kind of tucked away down in the valley here. I love New Zealand countryside, and the sun's heading down.
The ultimate aim for this trip, more than pushing the vehicle to find its limits, was just to take it out and live with it and see what worked and what didn't. With less than 2,000 k's on the clock, everything was still pretty fresh and pretty new.
How good is this? We're right on the river, we've got fire pits, toilets there even, and it's free. And it's just me. There's one other person way back at the start. We're not going to bother each other. What an amazing campsite. Ruatiti Domain, 5 out of 5 from me. Well, I might get myself set up and settle in for the night. It's always cool when people leave firewood for you. Like, there's a bunch of, feels like pretty dry stuff there. Got a box of my own things, just have no idea what to expect or as going tonight. I didn't want firelighters because I'm lazy. I just can't get over how mint this place is. Like, it's free. I don't know what it'd be, 20 minutes maybe out of Ohakune, maybe a little bit more. A free campsite in the valley with the river. If you do come here, there are a heap more sites than just here, but I can't complain. This is pretty cool. So for dinner tonight, I've got some fancy beef, which I'm pretty excited about. It looks quite good. Broccoli and some bread. Forgot to bring something to put in the bread though, which is a bit silly. And anything to like season the steak with. I can tell I haven't done this for a while. I was doing the numbers last night before I left, as you do. And it's been 10 months since I last did a proper trip like this. I injured my shoulder real bad at the end of 2025, and it took me a couple of months just to kind of recover from that. And then we did a big family trip, and then a few life things happened, and basically I didn't get away for the whole of summer as Overland and Zen, which is not really like what I do at all, but hey, we're back now, and I'm into it for 2026. Some cool stuff planned. I have missed having a tailgate. I'm not going to deny that. It's having space to prep food, do stuff. It's quite nice. I always get asked why I don't do cooking scenes. I don't like cooking, so I never really make anything very exciting. So I thought I'd build in a little bit of this, and This is the sort of stuff I eat on the road. It's pretty simple. Tomorrow night I got nachos. Again, pretty simple.
Campfire by the river, hard to beat.
So no, you're not really meant to put cast iron straight on the fire. I am aware of that. I'm just hungry. It's taking too long. So let's go cook up and dinner time and then a bit of a wander. It's pretty cold last night. Possibly more so than I was expecting, but it's absolutely beautiful and the sun's just about to come up over the trees there, so it's going to warm up soon. There's ice all over the car and the ground, and so there's some coffee underway, and then we're going to basically head out of here.
So not sponsored or anything, but if you haven't got yourself an AeroPress or making coffee at camp, I'd highly recommend it if you're into coffee. It's probably the closest that I've found to at-home coffee when out and about. It just kind of makes pretty good coffee.
Yeah, it was cold last night, but I didn't think it was that cold. The entire windscreen's covered in ice, the bonnet's icy, the little aerial nub thing is like ice bits on it. Gotta love diesel heaters. Gotta love them.
Oh, that place was mint. Might take cake for my second favourite campsite in the North Island so far, I think. And to top it off, we're going to my favourite one tonight, so pretty excited about that.
So I saw the little picnic area sign on the way out of here. Thought I'd just come and have a quick look before I roll on, and a beautiful area. This in the middle of summer would be mint. An awesome swimming hole just there. I love this area, and I guess the kind of geology and the rocks and things. Like, I know I've been on about it in a couple of videos, but it's fascinating to see how the water has just worn its way down over the years and created some stunning rivers like this one.
Having finally meandered my way out of camp, it was time to head up into the hills and explore some of the side roads I've been looking at on a map.
What a cool campsite. Little unofficial one up here in the hills. Just checked in Overland Navigator. This is Dockland. So you can go into your layers panel, tap the dock layer, and you can see where all the conservation land is. As a general, you can camp on it. I'm not going to offer any specific advice, but it's pretty cool up here. This is one downside of traveling by yourself. So I've come across this. It's not going to load much on camera, but that middle puddle there, I can actually feel the bottom of it. I think I could do it, but this would be my entire day. The only problem I've got is I can't turn around. And I've already come through one slightly crappy puddle. So I'm trying to figure out what to do, whether it's worth the risk or whether I call it quits. Like, I've spent enough of my life stuck in this type of mud for some reason. Like, I hate mud, and it's always this type that catches me out. And looking at the tracks, like, there's quad bikes that have come through. There are four-wheel tires in here, but even if I get through this, I still can't turn around and I've got to come back. I don't doubt that the Hilux can do it. I just don't want this to be my entire day trying to get out of here. Like, I've got recovery gear. I haven't got a winch, but that would make pretty much no difference here anyway. What I really need is Stefan to be here, but he's coming this afternoon. So it wasn't too bad actually, like reversing back out went more smoothly than I expected. I don't know if you're gonna see it on camera or not, but the tow bar did dig in a heap. That's kind of how soft this stuff is. There's about 40% of me that wants to keep going that way and go down the track and see where it goes, and about 60% of me that wants to turn around and get out of here. So I'm gonna trust my gut on this, and I am just gonna turn around. And I know there's gonna be people who just say, just do it, see what happens. I understand where you're coming from. One day, we will go and do a proper hard trip, okay? Promise.
Out of the mud and back onto the gravel roads, it was time to start pushing out and make a move north. I had a bunch of stuff I wanted to do for the app before meeting up with Stefan. One thing I find kind of weird about exploring areas like this is that I don't actually know when or if I'll ever be back. They're cool places, but I don't really have a need to go back, which is kind of strange. No trip up the western side of the mountain is complete without a look at the Makatoki Viaduct. Built over 100 years ago, it's an impressive piece of engineering.
Got about 45 minutes to kill before I meet up with Stefan at the start of the road out to Pokaka Mill. And just decided to pop up the side of the Whakapapa ski field, Mount Ruatiti. Absolutely beautiful road. I've been up here for years and just forgot how good it is. Like 1600 meters, and yeah, the sun just beginning to set in the background there. The photographer side of me, 100%. So on the road out to Pokaka Mill, one of my favorite campsites in the entire North Island. It's in the middle of nowhere, and there's a pretty long bumpy road to get out there. The goal is to basically head out there now and set up camp, and then tomorrow morning we're gonna go for a bit of an explore in the area.
The road was in the best condition that I've ever seen it, which made the drive out there super cruisy. When it comes to North Island camping, there's very little that compares to Pokaka Mill. It feels so much more remote than you really are, and it is just an absolutely stunning place.
And I am done for the day. I'm buggered. It's been awesome though. Catch you guys in the morning.
Central Plateau mornings in the winter, whoa, it was hard to beat. The sun was up and it was stunning. Knowing that we didn't have a super long time today, we made a push out of camp pretty early and headed out towards the caves to have a bit of a nosy down at the river.
We've just come down for a quick look at the Ohakune Caves. It's a pretty cool area down here. It's very sort of classic New Zealand. You've got the stream and the rocks going into the caves, and it's a really cool environment. It's pretty cold here though, but beautiful, clear, crystal clear New Zealand streams. A stunning spot, and for only 5 minutes from the road, it's definitely worth a look down here. It's pretty stunning.
The forest around here is littered with little tracks. Some of them lead out to cool places, some of them less so, but this one is one of my favourite. You can also see how much easier it is having a shorter wheelbase like the Land Cruiser. stopped up at the Okupata intake here, which is part of the Langapo hydro scheme, which provides power to kind of the upper North Island. It's a cool little area, and I'm gonna get a dam there, and then under my feet here is where the water runs through and gets fired up the other end further downstream. And this river joins on to where we just were before with the caves, which is kind of cool. So they're all connected as they flow out, and I'm assuming they take some water and send that out to what I'm guessing is the Pokaka Canal, which is north, whatever way that would be, might be that way. It's a cool little sidetrack to come check out and see, as I like to do, a little piece of infrastructure. And that brings us to the end of this trip. A couple of days winding around the western side of Mount Ruatiti and checking out some of the cool things around here. I wish that Stefan was here yesterday when I was up that little muddy track, as I was keen to push on a bit further, but there's always next time, right?
There's always next time. I guess it just gives us an excuse to go back and take me with you next time and show me awesome campsites.
Yeah, we can see where that ends up and see how far from the hills we can get. It's been awesome taking the Hilux out on its first shakedown trip too. It's not perfect, but I knew that coming into this. The next few mods will solve a bunch of the issues I've been having, and I'm pretty excited to, I guess, get on to the next phase of the build of this. But you can't beat a trip out to the mountains, right?
I know, especially here, you know, Tongariro, it's a special place.
It is, and I mean, we've lucked out with this weather.
I know.
All this stuff, of course, will be on Overland Navigator, all the tracks, all the campsites, all the cool things that we have found. Check it out. Start for free, upgrade for a few bucks a month, and unlock the entire country. Catch you next time on Overland NZ. See you later.
See you later.